What's the second button? There is no second pass.
Put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb. I got you, baby.
Device default microphone. Boom. And the device default microphone is the problem. No. No. Is that it? No. Nope, that's not it. Oh, wait. We got it. We got it. I don't see it on my end, but if you guys... Yep, I see it now. Okay. Damn. I'm blowing up that mic too. Holy crap. Good morning, guys. Here we are yet again. Otaku, the Crypto Otaku here, of course, bringing you Crypto Chaos every single morning. And hopefully you got some coffee too. You need some coffee to digest some of this stuff, guys. So yeah, Elon creates a new political party. Guys, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are getting off to the right foot on Monday morning. Here at your fiat job, right? You guys back in your fiat job? We're going to get into what's going on today with Bitcoin. But yeah. Here we go, guys. Hopefully you're making that fiat trash to burn it.
Satoshi started a fire in cyberspace. Take your fiat currency and feed the fire.
Yes, thank you, Sailor. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly what you guys need to do. Hopefully you guys are making enough of that to burn it right before the bull run. Happy Monday, everyone. Yes, happy Monday, everyone. How's it going? Hey, guys, first in the house. How's it going? How's it going? Joy, happy Monday, everyone, as well. How's it going? Joy, good morning, good morning. Have you been replaced by your robots and AI yet? Likely not. Not yet, likely not. But it's coming, guys. I swear. It's coming. One of these days it's going to be here, and it's going to be too late. Cliff Bushman in the house as well. How's it going, Cliff? How's it going? Jake the Snake, all-time high Wednesday on the 9th. Woohoo, you trying to front run me? I see you, dude. We're playing Price for Price. Price is right rolls. And Jake the Snake, you're calling for 109 now? God, guys. We'll of course go into the charts and take a look what we're talking about there here in a minute. So yeah, happy Monday, Strange Sky, happy Monday. Nah. Man Bush. He's a bush man. How's it going, Jake? Yeah, so we got the audio fixed. Yep, we're good. Yes, yeah, we're back. Hopefully the sound's still working too, the music and everything. I can hear you now. Good. We're Scuff Taku. It's the best taku, says Jake the Snake. As always. Thanks again, Jake. Jake the Snake. Jeez. Hey, Otaku, how's it going? Good morning, Andy. Good morning. I missed you on the 24-hour live mic marathon. All Spencer's fault if Rob is watching. Oh, what? It's all Spencer's fault. It's always Spencer's fault. Yeah, I couldn't make it back in time. I was on the road. I went to I went to a friend's house. It was like a 6-hour drive. So I'm on the way there, on the way back for 4th of July. I missed it, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. I totally spaced it. Andy did something, and hopefully you guys did. Just relax. Just relax, because there's gonna be very, very few amount of time to play around once this game gets started, guys. You want to make sure you're in a comfortable spot. That's why we're finishing up the studio here, making sure everything is nice and comfy for me to entertain you. Good morning, Crypto JPEG. Good morning as well. How's it going, Crypto JPEG? Yes, Andy Bobandy is in the house. That's right. My favorite little dog owner, mini little dog owner. Jeez, wearing a kilt. He'll rough you up for sure. Strange Sky, how's it going? Like and sub, says Strange Sky. Yes, please do not forget to hit that like, guys, and sub, because we're trying to get the stream to 1,000 subs. That's right. There's a little indicator on the left. We're a little closer every single day, but still about 200 away from that all-time target. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's get into it. I've got a clip before the marketing bell. I don't know if I have enough time. I've got about 4 minutes, 3.5 until the opening bell. Let's just get into some headlines, and then, I'll show you guys a clip that I snagged this morning from the pre-open. All right. Let's see what they're talking about on Bloomberg real quick before we get going. It's a new setup for me real quick, so I'm trying to get used to this. Better things are coming soon.
That ties into Tesla, which we're going to talk about even more. We're going to get into CoreWeave as well and Core Scientific. A lot more coming up, including the opening bell. And coming up next, we'll walk you through the action with Lori Calvasina of RBC next. This is Bloomberg.
All right. So they're going to come back when the bell opens. Nothing really else to talk about there. Well, let's take a look at the headlines and see what's going on with Fox News, CNBC, and the like. Of course, following the TradFi news in the morning, and then rolling into crypto in the afternoon. Bitcoin, though, in terms of price target, really hasn't moved much. I guess we have time to get into this. 4th of July, again. I thought this was going to be pretty much flat, exactly what it was. We did get a little bit of some pump action happening overnight, as I did predict as well, because, again, that's when the market starts to move, always in the foreign markets when they start. But we have already retraced all of that in the morning. Again, yin and yang playing back and forth, as always, in the pre-market. This could bounce back later on in intraday, and see if there's enough bullish momentum. Everyone, let me know in the chat how you guys feel about it. But Trump coming out saying that he's postponing the deadline now to the August 1st target. Let me know how you guys feel about that. To me, people feel like, oh, that's bullish. I'm like, but it's still a lingering date. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I feel about it. I'm like, it's still a lingering day. We're still waiting for that to be absolved by the market, and we need a resolution, right? It needs to be over with. But yeah, still looking at hopefully my all-time high prediction happens. I'm rooting a little bit more for gammas, though. Gamma's coming in around the 14th or 15th, just because I'd like to have another week or two to get the studio ready. But who cares what I think or what I want? It's what Bitcoin is going to do, and that still could happen by the end of tomorrow. I have a Tuesday price target. Again, this is Price is Right rules, guys. For everyone who's participating, I wish everyone luck. And it looks like Jake the Snake has got a new target now, too. We can get him on there. There's Ramona's all one. Oh, there we go. There's Jake the Snake. He was calling for what did you say this morning? The 9th? Yeah, I'm going to put you in for the 9th then, my boy. Jake the Snake is back on the board. King of Ohio. You are up for round 2 on The Price is Right. Not quite.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. All right, moving into Bloomberg should be coming back from recess. We got about a minute. Yep, they're coming back. Here we go. Let's get them going. I'll show you guys a clip what's going on with, of course, the new political party here soon. Some comments I caught this morning after
making money isn't about drowning in emotions.
Are they gonna be late again? Make sure I'm actually live here. Refresh this guy. I think they might be like 10 seconds late again. They did this last week too. Jeez. Oh no, it's crucial data. Bloomberg. I prefer Doomberg. There we go.
Moments away from the start of trading. This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We are looking at futures that are lower this morning. S&P futures off about 1/3% from an all-time high, of course. NASDAQ futures down a little bit more, 0.5%. So tech stocks losing more. That could be explained by the drop that we see in Tesla today. And then the small caps off by 0.7%. You hear the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It's being rung by Carly Kloss, who is apparently a supermodel that started this organization, Code with Klossy, for girls or gender-expansive youth 10 years ago. It's going to be about as important a skill as weaving pretty soon, now that AI is out, right? Waiton Financial Limited, ringing about the New York Stock Exchange. And those shares are actually up 40% from their IPO, which I believe was in April at $4 a piece. But the most important takeaway from this is that their ticker is WTF. Why the face?
What the
Why
hell?
the face? That's exactly what that
Wow.
stands for. Let's talk about Tesla shares right now. Really slumping. That's after
Yeah,
Elon Musk
Tesla.
is diving back into politics with the new formation of a new U.S. political party. William Blair downgraded the stock to market perform in the wake of the news and the passage of the Trump tax bill. You add it all together, Tesla shares down about 6.6% at the opening bell. Its year-to-date losses, Matt Miller, now pretty close to 30% on the year.
Right. Still worth over $1 trillion in market cap. Well, actually, you know what? Why don't I check the actual...
There you go.
Nope, 941
I was gonna
billion
say,
only.
it's not
So
there.
once again, Tesla falls out of the 4 Club. CoreWeave is buying data center operator Core Scientific. It's
Damn.
a deal that we've been following for at least a year. Right, the Wall Street Journal reported at the end of June that they were interested in Core Scientific. They attempted to buy Core Scientific for $1 billion.
$1 billion.
How many years ago was that?
That was sometime in 2024, I believe.
Oh, so 1 year ago.
Yeah.
And now
$9
billion. I guess that's a lesson if you're a seller.
Just wait it out.
Wait. And for some reason, Core Scientific shares are down.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
That doesn't make much sense at all. So we will continue to follow that story for you. Last quarter, dozens of companies halted guidance due to macroeconomic uncertainty. Now Goldman Sachs expects companies to restart guidance as tariff levels come into focus. Here's head of asset allocation research, Christian Muller-Glissman.
In that earnings season starting July 15th.
All right, that's not even a live analyst. All right, we're gonna dive into some other stuff. Yeah, Matt Miller, the host of Bloomberg in the morning for the Open, at least. Let me know, Jake and Snake, are all people from Ohio just dicks and assholes? Man, what a guy, man. He always knows how to rip on everyone at the Open. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a clip here in a second. Let's take a look at the headline. Stocks sit at record levels as investors eye Trump's new trade deals and tariff updates. I just don't know if I would read into that as super bullish. We still have, of course, a deadline pushed back. It's still a deadline, and it's still uncertain. Trump signals breakthrough on TikTok deal with China. Talks as set to begin. And the TikTok deal finally going to happen? I guess we'll take a look at that too. Six Flags may close nearly 50-year-old park. God, for poor performance. No one's going to these attractions anymore, man. No one has the money, and also I don't think the kids really care as much anymore for that sort of entertainment. But Americans trapped in side hustle economy, 9-to-5 jobs no longer pay the bills. Here we go. Let's freaking go. We got some chaos to cover this morning. Amazon to shut down streaming app, moving content to Video Prime platform. Okay. Well, let's see. Treasury chief eyes a plan to Fed shake up as Powell faces Trump's fury. That's of course going again against Powell. All right, let's take a look at these headlines we have here on Fox Business real quick, and then check back in with Bloomberg and see if they're done rattling on about CoreWeave and Core Scientific. Stocks eye Trump's tariffs, TikTok deal, Texas flash floods, live updates, guys. God. With the S&P 500, NASDAQ, and composites sitting at records, investors await President Trump's new trade deals and tariff updates. Also talks about are set to begin the TikTok deal between the U.S. and China. Right. Is that it? Is that really it? That can't be it. What is going on with this? I guess, yeah, this is live updates, but okay, there's nothing here. I just saw something else. Nope. What in the world's going on with their website? This is different. Okay, here we go. TikTok's fate could determine a secret golden share, granting Beijing veto power. Kevin O'Leary warns, again, guys, if you've been tracking this like I have for the last 2 years, Kevin O'Leary's been in the lead with the bid and also possibly with the Polkadot blockchain. So, again, you heard it here, but you can do your own research as well. President Trump said the United States has pretty much reached a deal for the company to acquire the U.S. assets of TikTok and plans to begin with China for this week. There we go. I think we're going to start Monday or Tuesday talking to China and perhaps President Xi or one of his representatives, but we would pretty much have a deal, says Trump, as he reports from Air Force One. It's always where they catch him, right when he's getting on that damn plane, because he just keeps going from place to place. You can't hold him down. New Jersey on Friday. The deal would likely lead to be approved by China, says Trump, adding that he believes the agreement would benefit both countries. President Trump extends the TikTok ban deadline by another 90 days. President Donald Trump says that the United States has pretty much reached a deal for American company purchase on the U.S. Assets of TikTok and plans to begin talks with China this coming week. All right, so that'll be interesting to see if that gets actually any farther, because we've been waiting on this whole thing for years. Since Biden, in the Super Bowl of 2000 and what was it, like 22 or 23? All right. Okay. So I think that's enough of that. But still, kind of related to crypto, guys. Of course, they want to design the Web3 version of this, or the American version of this on Web3. Okay. Talk to TikTok in China. Americans trapped inside the side hustle.
Making money. So the day began with a higher equity.
Come on. You stop talking when I'm talking. Americans trapped in the side hustle economy as a 9-to-5 jobs still no longer pay the bills. Lending Tree survey reveals that 61% of side hustles say that their life would be unaffordable without the extra income. Yikes! You guys feeling that? Let me know in the chat. I know a lot of people in my life that feel this. That working, not working, or the like. Retired and such. The typical 9-to-5 job just isn't cutting it anymore for Americans as the cost of living continues to rise. Even those with full-time careers in the field, such as real estate and tech, are turning to side hustles to cover the bills and make ends meet. That's been my life, guys. I've actually always had more than one job, for sure, my whole life. Let's see. We're seeing a surge in people turning to a side hustle in a way as they build a financial stability in these certain economic times, says Kara. Why does this jump around? K-Ban, flexible work expert and head of communications for the network, told Fox Business. The Insta Network, which connects businesses to temporary and full-time workers. K-Ban says a younger generation is driving this trend. 2 years ago, about 20% of the new signups were between the ages of 18 and 24, and then now that's jumped to 40% in recent weeks, according to KBAM. For many, flexible workers, helping them cover the rising costs of daily essentials and giving them the financial breathing room still to enjoy the things like summer vacation without tapping into savings they might want to reserve in case of the economic uncertainty continues. And it will continue. It will continue. It will. As March Lending Tree survey showed that 40% of Americans have a side hustle as cost of living increases. Most of them are 60% who have one say that their life would be unaffordable without it. They say that the sad truth is that the life is crazy expensive in 2025, and for many, their 9-to-5 job just isn't enough for them to live comfortably. Lending Tree Chief Credit Analyst Matt Schultz told Fox Business, not even just live comfortably, but also freaking plan to retire. No one's actually planning for retirement. As I've had these talks with so many friends and family members, and yeah, for my assessment, nobody is ready. Approximately a third of side hustlers say that they have one due to the cost of living expenses, while 29% say that they need the money for bills. 28% say that they have this used for discretionary income, and which should be used for investing, in my opinion. When they ask what the driver was for starting their side hustle, almost half of them say that the current economy is the answer to that. Why they're doing it. Approximately a third of the side hustlers say the cost of living percentages. Okay, the current economy. Okay. Even if the people are able to pay their bills and stay current on their debt payments, there's still not much to push forward things like emergency funds, retirement savings, and other financial goals, much less toward fun things like concert tickets or summer vacation. The person they interviewed added. The added benefit of the side hustle, according to Schultz, is that they help people build emergency savings, pay down debt, and work toward long-term financial goals. It is also providing safety net in case of a primary source of income goes away. John Turley, real estate, says in Chattanooga, Tennessee, founder started working 3 jobs at one point in her life. Quilting was something that helped combat her stress while things got chaotic at work. Of course, guys, you got to feel that chaos. Let's go with some quilting, I guess. That's funny. Oh, right. Where did I go with this? Oh, I'm sitting on a JPEG. Okay. Danny Makazaki works full time in tech, but also as a pet care business. It's a picture of her family there. In 2021, after Turley's husband had a stroke, she leveraged her skills to bring in cash overnight. We went from everything being perfect and now the weight of the world on my shoulders. That's exactly what happened after we printed all that money. Everyone's feeling this kind of way, and again, just a stark reminder for everyone. Nothing still has changed. We still have printed 80% of all the money in the world in the last few years. We basically doubled the money supply. It's insane. She donated a few other stroke patients' skin to the hospital in 2021. The following year, she was selling them. What is it? What? I am okay. She donated to a few other stroke patients. Okay, her business is spread by word of mouth on Nextdoor, which is a hyper local social networking service for neighbors. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that one. I think my friend has something like that. He's been telling me about. Here's all these crazy stories about like people like wanting favors and stuff. I'm like, man, things are getting dark. Danny McKenzie, a New Jersey-based tech worker, felt compelled to tack on another gig to pay for the life expenses and save her future. Save for your future. When she's not working, she's walking dogs, handful of clients every week, pet sitting, and yeah. Guys, it keeps on going, of course. Side hustles are becoming, of course, a new trend for the future for people to survive. And I can tell you, when I lived in Florida for a time, I mean, a little bit in New York, too. I worked 2 jobs in New York, but I worked 3 in Florida. And here in Illinois, I'm not working at all. I still haven't got back on my feet since my last layoffs, and probably won't. We'll see how this goes, guys. We'll see how this goes. All right, guys, let's get back into Bloomberg. Take a look and see if there's anything new breaking, and I'll get into a. Damn it, they already went on recess. So I think they're coming back now. No, I think that's pre-recorded, yeah. Let me get back in the chat real quick before they come back. Let's see if we have time. I should have time. Okay. Love that he threw the shade on at the model. Jake the Snake says, that's not even a real name from the analyst. I don't know the King of Ohio, but I don't live there. I do. Oh, you do remote work. Okay, gotcha, Jake. You're the King of Ohio, my guy. Grand Rising Otaku and Crypto Family. Did you hear about the U.S. House of Representatives and declared a week of July the 14th of crypto? Yes, we did, and I called you out when we talked about that last week. But yeah, focusing on everything advancing several key cryptocurrency related bills. Yes, Gamma. Yes, 100%. And I called you out because you had put in this on the 14th, and I even drew this on Friday, saying that I want yours to play out now. Screw mine. let's knock this one out. I'd be super happy if we just blow this one up. That gives me plenty of time to finish the studio. And it makes sense, a little more drawn out now, of course, with all of our goalposts being pushed out now with the tariffs and with everything else. We have, of course, the market structure bill, the Genius Act, all that stuff that should have been done by the end of June. And then we're still fighting with it now in July. Also, August is also looking like a good month, too. Now that the tariffs are going to be formally, officially, possibly settled on the 1st of August. A lot of narratives, nothing really playing out. It's weird because we got all this news every day, and nothing's really moving the needle. All right, of course, I got to get into these. We're going to get, of course, into all these. I'm super excited to talk about these here. And, yeah, we did add a new one for Jake the Snake on the board, too. All right, guys, let's see what they're rattling about now.
Musk dives back into politics. His latest move fueling concerns from many analysts. A downgrade from William Blair. Analyst Jed Dorsheimer gave us his advice for investors earlier this hour.
So what investors are going to have to do is they're going to have to hold their nose and stomach more margin hits and a reset of street models, in our opinion, lower to accommodate sort of getting to that promised land of these newer opportunities like robo-taxi or humanoid robots, etc.
For more on Tesla's share reaction to the news, we are joined by Bloomberg's Max Chafkin, who isn't just a random dude sitting on the set with us, but actually hosts Elon Inc., the podcast, one of the co-hosts, I should say, of Elon Inc., the podcast about Elon and his businesses. This is especially interesting to me, Max, because Elon had an interview with Michelle Hussein about a month ago, I'd say, in which he said he's getting out of politics. It just hasn't paid off. It's done him no good, and it's over.
Yeah, really memorable line. He said, I think I've done enough, which I think everybody in the room, no matter what your political persuasion was, they laughed with, agreed with. You know what?
Yes, and yes, now he's getting right back into politics. And I know they're going to rattle on, but I want some context here.
And this Monday morning, Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeting over the weekend that he will be starting a third political party, the America Party. President Trump reacting to the news yesterday.
It's always been a two-party system, and I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
We head to the White House for more now with Bloomberg Washington correspondent.
All right, so just a little bit of context there before we get into it. I've been trying to show you guys that. I haven't had time. Here we go.
Kind of political strategy as well for Elon Musk.
Well, that's the thing. When you think about Tesla, I mean, okay, it's under $1 trillion in market cap, but it's pretty dang close. But shares are down 28% year to date. We know this is the biggest source of Elon Musk's wealth. Is there a certain pain threshold where he actually is forced to step back from politics because it's too destructive?
I mean, forced by who? By his own net worth? I think
by his own net worth.
I think that is not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, I think there's a question of maybe he will get tired of, being made fun of on Twitter or the kind of, emotional embarrassment or whatever, some kind of psychological causes. He's got a lot of money, and it's true that he doesn't have that he's not necessarily cash rich, that his companies are intertwined, but Tesla, as you say, is still worth a tremendous amount of money, especially relative to other car companies. I mean, it could fall a long way, I think, before Elon Musk changes tune. I think the question is, does the Tesla board, which Elon Musk has kind of controlled for much of his tenure as Tesla CEO, does the Tesla board try to do something to rein him in? And if they do, what would it be?
By the way, we have a viewer writing in saying if he drops to second richest, I reckon he calms down. Reckon because the viewer's clearly British.
Right. Unnamed viewer,
but
whoever you are.
Look, he's worth $361 billion. The second richest man is Mark Zuckerberg at 253. So he'd have to lose over $100 billion to get there. That doesn't seem likely. Why is Tesla worth so much when it's really his other companies like SpaceX or X? These are, the AI and the rocket companies are outside of the Tesla umbrella. Do investors lump those in when they're buying Tesla?
Well, it's hard to say because those other companies are all privately held. And so they're, the market dynamics are a little bit different. We did see, during Elon Musk's kind of honeymoon period with Donald Trump, when he was at Mar-a-Lago dancing, when he was like part of the family, and you had all these kind of Tesla investors writing these really optimistic kind of analyst notes about the way that somehow Trump was going to like magically legalize robo-taxis or something. That was going to send Tesla's valuation soaring. You saw
Steve Ballmer is
also
up,
raising money, also at inflated valuation. So I think there is a factor where Musk's success or his perceived success affects the performance of those other companies, but it's not necessarily direct. Now, I will say, SpaceX in particular, I mean, it's a defense contractor. Despite the growth of Starlink, it still really depends on that relationship with the U.S. government. So it is very vulnerable to these kind of political wins. I have to think that people at high levels of that company this is going to be something that they have to manage as well. I mean, that on the other hand, that company does have a strong chief operating officer in Gwen Shotwell. So maybe it has a little bit more resilience, maybe even a little bit of a buffer between Elon Musk's Twitter feed and the business operations.
All right,
we're done with the Tesla stuff. It's driving me crazy. In the grand scheme of things, everyone's going to get over all this or move on. And I do kind of disagree with Trump, obviously, on the third party. We need more parties, and we need them to exceed, because this two-party corrupt system is just that. And that swamp that never got drained that Trump promised in his previous year, or previous years, never happened. Of course. Let's see what else we have here in the headlines. CNBC today. Tesla shares dropped 7% pre-market after Elon Musk says he's going to launch a political party. The America Party. S&P 500 futures fall slightly as Besson says several trade announcements are ahead. We can take a look there. See what they have. Treasury yields held steady as Trump extends tariff deadline. Jim Cramer. Oh, geez. Representative Mark Green resigns, leaving Speaker Johnson with an even narrower majority. Here are Monday's biggest analyst calls: Tesla, Netflix, Wynn, GE, Wells Fargo, and AT&T. NVIDIA challenger Grok with a Q expands with the first European data center. I'm not sure what company that is. Grok with a Q. Netflix keeps luring big name directors. One big beautiful bill windfall. The U.S. Space Force. Of course, funding got cut for that. Let's see what else we have here. Trump says Musk has gone off the rails. Yes, he did. He did say that. All right, that seems to be all the headlines that are sort of relevant to us. Let's take a look at some of these, and we're going to try to search up some crypto news. Get back in the chat real quick before I get back into the news. Let's see what we have here. Yo, Master Otaku, when Banana Zone? I love that question. Why? This because it's coming, guys. Just don't worry.
When will then be now? Soon.
Oh, Jesus. OG Bo, man. I love you, man. I love you. Let's scroll back up. I'm behind on so much of the chat, guys. Oh, man. So much of the chat. All right. Abdul, how's it going? Abdul, how's it going? Coding will not be necessary skill, and everything is now no code now. That's right. With AI, you just ask it, fix this line of code for me, fix this string. You just need one major or maybe two coders and a project, and the AI, of course, do all the rest. Jake the Snake says, I love that. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. The shade in the model. I think I read all that before. Yes, you do remote work. Okay, yeah, here we are. Jake the Snake says, although it seems like I would fit right on into Ohio. How are you the king of Ohio if you're not in Ohio? You drive me crazy, Jake. You drive me crazy. And he says, no, buddy, just getting in my alibi in place, Jake. What the hell? You guys are working behind the scenes there. Yeah, you're crafty. You're Scott. Are you Scott from Scots? Andy? What the hell? You Scott? Jeez. Yeah, overcome. How's it going? When moon? Yes. When? Soon. As I said, soon. Yes, it will. It will be soon. Right. Pimp Taku says, Quint, how's it going? Quint, this morning, how's it going? Jake the Snake says, Elon Shyamalan. That's the future problem. Let's focus on the big picture. Zebek says, Jake the Snake. Let's take a look at Zebek since you mentioned it. Because Zebek has been pulling back. I did notice over the weekend it fell to finally broke our 203 target. Finally. And I was talking about for a while. I'm like, I don't think it's going to break it. I don't think it's going to break it. And it did. It did finally break it. Right. So right there, that happened on Friday a.m. 1 a.m. on Friday. Damn. Oh, I guess a little later. Saturday. Happened Saturday here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. Or Central Time. I don't remember where am I even at anymore, guys. God, I'm losing my mind.
What are you, stupid?
But yeah, so that broke down a little bit there. Perfect buying opportunity, especially if we take a look at that brings me into let me see if I can find it. Pull that up too. The crypto bubbles, guys. The crypto bubbles. Take a look at the top 200. It might have fell into the top 300 now on the month. No, it's still in the top 200, I think. Zebek, there it is. Now down 47.2%. Nothing too crazy. We were, of course, talking about it even down lower on the month last week. The lowest we've seen, I think it was like 55, 52%. Still not a bad place to be picking up Zebek right now, even at a pullback of 2026. Couldn't it go down lower? I don't know. I said that last time too, but it did. Yeah, are we ever gonna get this bull run started? I'm interested to find to see. It did pull back on Saturday and fall lower. So again, nothing significant over Saturday, Sunday. Just other than everyone was on weekend. Less money was being moved around, and I guess some whales were moving some stuff and playing some games. That's probably all that is. Next target, if we go any further down to the downside, which we kind of almost touched over the weekend on Sunday, is this 20219 to 21, or if you want to go as low as 202 just to round it all off. We've been there just a tiny a fraction of a day or two. So we've only touched that area about 3 times. So we could still return back down to 202, 2021. It's only a matter of time until we find out, I guess. Be DCAing if you got some, cash to blow, to burn. Be DCAing towards the bottom of here. Not financial advice, just what I would be doing if I had some dry powder. As you get closer and closer down to the bottom, which we have not seen 201 since back in April. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nuts. So yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
For sure. Still one of my favorite coins, and still made me the most so far this run. It's nuts. Well, I guess besides Bitcoin. Jeez.
What are you, idiot?
Guys, of course, winning. God. Speaking of which, let's get back into the Bitcoin chart. And see, yeah, who's going to win, guys? We got to clean this chart up. It's no longer 4th of July, so 4th of July Chan out of here. Yeah, and of course, the rocket pop is gone too. All right, so yeah, looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce to the upside right now. It seems like we already wicked all the way down to 108 flat. And have, yeah, pretty much all gotten eaten back up to 108.5. A little bit of a market rally right now. Pretty bullish, at least for the short term. And again, guys, day trading right around 11, 12, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is probably what you're going to be looking for a little bit of a breakout for Bitcoin. Hopefully, a little bit of fun today. Hopefully a little bit of fun. At least returning back to 109. Jeez, my God. That would be at least on the short term. We need to get above, where is it? Man, I need the 15-minute. There we go. We need to get back above 109 and stay there for at least a day to possibly break into all-time highs tomorrow. Will it happen? Probably not. Probably not. Of course, this is what my original target was from back in the end of June. And we pretty much played on through this. We're a little lower now than I'd like to be, but of course, Bitcoin can always do that $3,000, $4,000 candle like nothing, no one's business. And speaking of which, if it can or not, let's take a look at the heat map brought to you by Kimba, the White Stone Land on YouTube. Don't pay for something, get for free, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's all over YouTube. So yeah, you can see right now we're having a clear breakout, retesting hopefully as high as 110 today. We are getting a clear resistance building up on those key levels. And of course, the strongest one is at all-time highs above 11,000. So I don't think we break 111,000 today unless the ETFs have a really green day, which, yeah, I don't. Well, we won't know until 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, let's get back into other stuff and things. See what else Bloomberg is rattling on about. And, of course, check with the chat. I see Jim is back. I cannot catch up with the chat anymore. Okay, let me see. Where am I here? Yeah, we're going to go back there. See, check in on them real quick. Okay, we're good. All right, let's get back to the chat. All right, when soon? Soon. Yes, of course, overcome. Soon. All right, OB Bowman says, yo, Master Otaku, when bananas on? How many times I got to say, guys? How many times I got to say?
When will then be now? Soon.
Oh, jeez. Jake the Snake says, Ellen Shamelin. Oh, yeah. Elon Shamelion. Okay, I did read that earlier. Good morning, Otaku fam. Braveheart McFreedom. Yes, good morning. Jim Deringer says, daily RSI looks weak. Lower structure. Bitcoin coming down? Question mark. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got this morning, but we're starting to see a little bit of a retracement right now. Ricky Ricardo says, I bought the dip yesterday again and bought the dip top today. Just keep stacking before the train leaves the station. Yes, Ricky Ricardo, of course. DCA is the way. Buy those bottoms, buy those tops. It don't matter. Just keep on buying until the breakout comes. Quint says, when will soon be now? Soon. God. Oh, God. We're all insane here. Okay, guys. Let's see what else we can dig up with crypto news. Let's take a look at crypto news this morning. I wonder where the Dixie's sitting at, too. Again, guys, the mornings are a little more chaotic sometimes than the evening live streams. But looks like the Dixie's coming up a little bit, though. Sitting at 97.3. We need this to go lower, of course. But still not a bad place to be over the year. Still looking great on year to date. Look at this. Bam to the downside. Slam it down to the ground. Again, last week we saw the lowest we've seen for the Dixie since 2021. That's right. The year after the year of the big print. Or I guess the year after. I don't know. I forget when we printed that big money. Was it the end of 21 or the end of 20 or the beginning of 21? Either way, we kept printing money throughout that whole period. But yeah, the lowest we got last week was like 96.3, I think. If we can zoom in, let's see, a week. Can I not go a full week? What the hell is this? 5 days. I know it was more than 5 days ago. Maybe it was close. 96.4, 96.36. I'm pretty sure it was what I saw. Anyway. So anyway, the Dixie has been coming down, and of course, retracing a little bit in the short term. Probably going to get sent back down when we start to print those big bills here soon. And we've raised the debt ceiling. Number one, we've issued all of these tax release that are going to go into effect by the end of the year. All this money printing is coming, guys. And the Fed, of course, raising lowering interest rates here in the next month or two will also appreciate with this as well. All right, let's get into the news. Let's see what else is going on. Bitcoin.com. Let's see. 311 billion? Jesus. Pillow gold. Household gold hoard dwarfs central bank reserves. What in the hell? El Salvador evolves AI strategy by launching NVIDIA-powered national lab. Ooh, nuts. Man, El Salvador is just killing it. Guys, they used to be a tiny, tiny country, very, very dangerous. Now, of course, very, very safe and building a huge reserve. UAE authorities debunk golden visa program. Really? Wow, for digital asset investors. Oh, okay, for their country, not ours. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Investor Bollinger Band signals potential upside breakout for Bitcoin. Yeah. Let's see what else here. Metaplanet acquires additional 2,200 Bitcoins as of last night. In Japan, of course. Metaplanet. Let's take a look at that real quick. Metaplanet acquires an additional 2,205 Bitcoin, boosting its whole total holdings to 15,555. They always play with these numbers every time. 555. 15,555. Metaplanet Tokyo Stock Exchange is a publicly listed Bitcoin treasury company. If you guys don't know, announced, of course, is the acquisition of a Bitcoin strategic holdings. Additional Bitcoins of of course, purchasing. Now holding 15,500. The latest purchase was made as an average price of 15 million yen. Yeah, of course, in Japan. Approximately 108,000 USD. Amounting the total investment approximately. They're literally buying on exchanges now, guys. They have to be. I mean, they're not getting the current estimated price of Bitcoin off exchanges. OTC's probably dried up for them, what they're able to reach to. I don't know. That's interesting. That's really interesting, because usually these buys are a lot less than the current price by at least like 5,000 or 10,000. All right, so the acquisition is part of Metaplanet's ongoing Bitcoin treasury operations, which aims to enhance its shareholder value. And the company has reported the Bitcoin yield of 95.6% from the period in January 1st to March 31st, reflecting a strategic focus on Bitcoin accumulation. Now, of course, killing it as always. All right, more Bitcoin for them. I don't think Sailor bought today. I was really kind of thrown back by his announcement over the weekend. If you guys saw his Sailor tracker, orange dot this weekend, he basically just said hodl. And sometimes it's okay just to hodl, and I'm like, so you didn't buy? So we'll see if the headlines show anything for that as well. 315 billion worth of pillow gold in Turkey, I'm assuming. Household gold dwarfs the central bank reserves. Turkish households hold an estimated $311 billion worth of gold, unregistered physical gold outside of the formal financial system, a massive stockpile far exceeding the central bank's official reserves. This is insane. So household gold in Turkey. According to the central bank, and estimates cited by Onur Erdogan, for Turkey today. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my mouse? Turkish lira have further driven the downward shifts. I'm all over the place now. Okay, jewelry remains a preferable tangible asset for many as investment bars and gold coins gain popularity. Persistent high inflation and weakening of the Turkish lira have further driven the shift towards physical gold as a hedge. Erdogan writes as Turkey Today, households increasingly distrust the national currency. as most of us should, distrust our national currencies, especially after the inflation peaked to 85.5% in October of 2022. Holding physical gold privately also offers significant tax advantages. The report notes as it avoids withholding tax as a deposit of interest, reporting requirements for large financial transactions. Damn, Turkey. They might be the next one to go. As of course we covered last year and the year before that, the Argentina peso, the Venezuelan peso, Argentina, whatever, the denarii, everything's going to go to zero, guys, of course, against Bitcoin. Let's see what else we can dig up. Before I get back in here. They still got 3 minutes, really? There's no way. Okay, I'm not live. What the hell? Yeah, they're still on recess though. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We can dig up. El Salvador evolves its AI strategy by launching NVIDIA-powered national lab. El Salvador has begun preparations for the launch of one of the first artificial intelligence labs in Latin America, powered by NVIDIA chips. The nation aims to develop its own AI, referring to sovereign AI, as to create national AI systems for social and economic purposes. Damn, they are really coming out from the shadows, guys. El Salvador has been amazing here. Of course, stacking 1 Bitcoin every single day. Don't forget that as well. El Salvador launches National AI Lab Initiative. El Salvador is taking action to become an artificial intelligence and tech hub in LATAM. According to local media, the nation has started working on its first AI national lab initiative, seeking to develop its own AI called Sovereign AI. Right, so how many times do I gotta read the same stuff? The AI lab will be powered by NVIDIA chips. The government has already ordered, following Nayib Bukele's meeting with Aaron Ginn, CEO of Hydra Host, as an infrastructure provider. El Salvador has agreed to purchase B300 chips for its lab, which are among the most advanced chips made by NVIDIA today. Specialized for data center and AI-focused applications, the chips have been ordered and are expected to be available in September due to high demand for this hardware in the current environment. Interesting. So yeah, it's going to be crazy to see how they become the first country to adopt Bitcoin, and then the first country to really roll out AI in a huge way too. That would be crazy if they get those two going right out the gate. All right, let's get back in the chat real quick, catch up with you guys, and then see if we can dig up anything else new. Check in with the talking heads as well. And the intraday starts soon. We got about 20 minutes left, guys. Damn. Damn. There's too much going on right now. OG Bowman says, sell the dip, buy the top. Don't listen to OG Bowman. Come on.
What are you, stupid?
Don't lead. I mean, some of the new people may get laid straight. Of course, guys, we don't purposely sell the dip, buy the top, right? God. J Money, good morning, J Money. How's it going, J Money? Jim Duringer says, I would not advise buying on alts, although I might be waiting for years. Yeah. I hate the buying tops on alts, he says. Yeah, you buy alts. Of course, you want to buy alts. Jim Daringer. All right, Quinn says, when soon will be now? Yes, soon. Jim Daringer says, still curious to see if we get a crisis following the overnight repo rate spike back up on June 30th. Last time that happened in September 2019 when COVID followed shortly after. So you're saying we were going to get another pandemic? I don't want to get banned. Okay, whatever. Don't listen to me.
Stupid?
All right, guys, I gotta segue into something. Here we go.
But makes sense for both companies strategically and given its method of payment, which is all stock. And as we know, CoreWeave has had its challenges. It had a dismal IPO, so perhaps this is its attempt to recover from that. But investors so far giving this deal a bit of a thumbs down. Shares lower today.
Okay, now what about Tesla? We've been talking about Tesla a lot. I guess Elon Musk is running
Tesla.
Yeah, you can call it that, Lisa. But yeah, as Charlie Pellet mentioned earlier, Elon Musk again trying to get involved in politics, right? So Tesla, ticker TSLA, shares down currently more than 7% at the moment. And yeah, that's exactly it, right? Elon's foray back into the political sphere, not necessarily landing well with investors. We did see William Blair analyst Jed Dorsheimer downgrading Tesla to the equivalent of a hold.
All right. I'm tired of hearing about Tesla, guys. Tired of hearing about Tesla.
Laying out the tariffs that the U.S. will impose on them come August 1st. He's also said that he wants to announce a few more deals in the next day or two. That's before the July 9th expiry of this 90-day tariff pause that he announced after markets went into a bit of turmoil after his original Liberation Day tariffs were unveiled. But he's also extended the deadline until August 1st. So a lot of countries may decide to kind of take a step back and say, okay, well, we got a few more weeks to negotiate. So look, this was setting up as a big week. It's also setting up as a week that's going to lead to a lot more uncertainty, which is a pretty familiar word by now.
Yeah,
that's exactly what
Sean,
my takeaway was.
Tell us about these letters that are apparently going out this afternoon. What's the tone of the letters?
Look, I think Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has said you are welcome to trade with America. Here is the tariff rate you will pay. Give us a call if you want to talk about getting to a lower rate. I mean, that's pretty strong language that we've heard from senior administration officials that, and President Trump has said he wants to get these tariffs in place and, wants to let them do their work. He's both interested in seeing what happens in terms of reshoring manufacturing, which is, of course, a big goal, but he's also made clear that he's pretty excited about the tariff revenues that are coming in.
All right, Sean, let's say I'm a country out there and I go to my inbox and there it is. There's the big, beautiful letter from the administration. Can I, in fact, pick up the call and start negotiating, trying to get a better deal? Is that something that I should expect to do?
Look, I think a lot of this is going to be pretty expected or it's going to be a repeat of what we saw after Liberation Day. Remember, President Trump on April 2nd stood up. He had that big foam core board full of tariff levels, and that's what countries knew. And the invitation then was to give him a call and negotiate. And we've seen some of that. We've seen talks take place. So I'm not sure if much is going to change if you're sitting in another capital right now. We also have to remember that there's a court decision that's hanging out there that's been appealed that threw out a lot of these tariffs. So a lot of countries may wait and see how that plays out as well.
Now, Sean, yesterday we got some news. President Trump said he's going to put an additional 10% tariff on any country aligning themselves with the quote, anti-American policies of BRIC. So
I haven't heard the BRIC term in 20 years.
Yes, the BRICS
exactly.
nations.
You kind of have to go back to it. And then you're sitting there thinking, well, what does this mean? He didn't say, what's considered anti-American. He didn't say, any details about what that means. Are there any details about it?
No, the short answer is no. There are no details, but this is a repeat of a threat that President Trump has made before. He's essentially said, if you sign up with the BRICS countries' plans to create an alternative currency to the dollar, we're going to make you pay for it. It's a kind of defense of the dollar. That was the justification in the past. So I'm guessing it's something similar, but we don't know how that 10% relates to tariffs on the actual BRIC countries, for example, China, which now faces a minimum tariff of around 30%.
Sean, I mean, as a senior economics writer, I'm wondering, are you seeing slowdown in the economy as people just wait to see what the tariff situation is? Is any of the data showing that?
Look, I think we're starting to see, a few weeks ago, everyone was talking about the soft data, right? The survey data showing consumer sentiment take a hit. But we are starting to see it manifest in the actual hard data, as economists call it. Thursday's job report, sorry, I forgot about the holiday on Friday there, but Thursday's job report was, a little softer than a lot of people expected. There wasn't a lot of private sector job creation in there, and a lot of people were pointing to the impact of tariffs and uncertainty around those tariffs as one of the causes of that. We've heard this over and over again from lots of businesses. They're just kind of sitting on their hands, waiting to see where the lay of the land is going to be after these tariffs before they make any big investment decisions or before they make any big hiring decisions. So, we're starting to see a drag on the economy, and that's exactly what Jay Powell and folks at the Federal Reserve have said. We're going to see higher prices, although those may be subtly higher prices. We're also going to see slower growth as a result of these tariffs. That's a pretty universal view among economists, except for those who work for President Trump.
All right, we'll see. We'll see if it shows up in the hard data going forward.
I agree 100% with what he's saying. I think obviously this is going to be affecting the market sentiment, and I don't know why everyone on the crypto Twitter is saying bullish. I'm like, no, it's not. You're just moving the goalpost. Oh man, it's weird times. Anyway, Jim Deringer also saying in the chat, over the counter can trade via paper perpetuals. If everything was spot, we'd be at 300,000 right now. Still curious to see if we get a crisis. I am also curious on that too, because again, I stopped myself before getting too crazy out of hand with the conspiracies, but it wouldn't be. I would not be surprised at all right now if we get some sort of world-like event. Although we do have one kind of coming, right? With that volcano underwater that could be possibly creating eruptions around the world, creating tsunamis and earthquakes and the like within the next month. I think it's supposed to pop. Okay, so by the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Good morning, Crypto Otaku Beebs. Good morning, Beebs. How's it going? And Crypto Future Millionaires, how are you guys doing? How you guys been? Hopefully you guys touched grass this weekend and had some fun. What else we have here in the chat? Jim Deringer also saying, oh yeah, Joe Baby on OG Boban, I can't talk. Reminding everyone to like and sub. Hit that like and sub button, guys. We need to get our subs to 1,000 so we get all the superpowers here. It doesn't cost a damn thing to like or sub. Thank you, OG Boban, for reminding me. Jake, you've been off duty, man. What's going on? I need to show harder. I keep forgetting to remind myself to show harder. I'm bad at that, guys. Thank you guys for reminding me. Jim Deringer says the amount of action charts with bullish divergence on the weekly can't be a coincidence. Holy moly. Let's take a look and see what Jim is talking about with this. One of my favorite places to just kind of get an overview of the markets, of course, is Coin Market Cap. You look on the corner right here and look at these charts, guys. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of these charts also, like what Jim's saying, boom, we're oversold. Everything is oversold. Everything. 100% agree with Jim there. And this is just the last 7 days, the last week. Oversold, guys, oversold. Jim also mentioning too that XCP. Let's see, we're here. Where am I? I lost. Oh my God, you guys are blowing up the chat. I lost it again. Good morning. Okay, yeah, there we are with that. Oh yeah, no way, Jose says. Good morning, no way, Jose. XRP is better investment than Bitcoin right now. I'd say they're kind of tit for tat. Possible targets for both of them are about 5x at the max. Maybe a little more for XRP, maybe a 7x, maybe. And again, obviously, XRP has kind of been lacking around, with the narrative, but it's going to come back. It's going to get explosive. Bitcoin, we don't know how far it'll go. Depends on how the death of the dollar goes, right? I can't.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, let's take a look real quick while we're talking about the death of the dollar. Let's take a look at all of our typical indicators. Of course, fear and greed for the stock market, crypto, and the Dixie. We just looked at the Dixie a little bit ago. Fear and greed for the stock market right now coming at 77. It is in greed, guys. Are we get back in extreme greed? I think we are. Let's get back into, extreme greed on the stock market right now. Fear and greed for crypto right now. In greed, just barely getting into extreme greed here in a moment. And then in the Dixie coming back down to retest, hopefully, 97 flat today. That's a good day, guys. It's a good day.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right. Let's see what else we got. We got here. Okay, let's see. How did you screw... How did they screw you on your XEN staking, says Jim Daringer to Quint. Quint says they screwed us over on XEN staking, Otaku. How did they screw us over, Quint? It was 27.5% of apparently people voted to get less rewards, and now it's... I don't think that's how that works, Quint. Because over time, what happens is, you're less incentivized to stake because they don't need you to stake. Quint says, why would people vote yes and getting less rewards makes no sense. Something fishy is afoot. So I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Beep says July 4th, 24 was 58,600 Bitcoin. Yeah, it was. It's already 2x from there. Almost right now. From last year. Almost a 2x from last year. Jim Daringer says, I see they embarked on the Goliath white paper governance proposal. Pretty obvious why people voted yes. They didn't read the bottom. Interesting. I'm not sure what you're referring to there on Onyx Coin, right? I know they did just vote on something not too long ago. It was a couple months ago. I didn't know there was something new they voted on. You have to let me know what's going on there. Good morning, everyone. Milk Money in the house. How's that going, Milk Money? Welcome. Welcome, Milk Money, to the show. Oh, man. We're about ready to roll out. It's almost 10:30. But yeah, the studio's coming together. I finally got the floor on. The floor is down. It's on the floor. We've got a floor now. And the ceiling's almost done. I gotta finish putting up a few more panels and the ceiling will be done. I've got, of course, my iconic brick wall. I've got to extend that brick wall out a little further, so that's going to take some time. I've got to hang some TVs. Oh my god, dude, there's just so much stuff to do. I'm building another shelf next to me so I can at least put my laptop there for prepping for travel and the like. Of course, the stream. I might do the stream on the laptop. I haven't decided yet. We got Mario back in the house. Mario has returned. Yeah, things are getting a little bit more homey now, a little bit more comfortable, and back to the way they were before the move. So I'm excited to see where we're going to be at in a month or two when I get everything unpacked. Got some display cases in here. I guess still got to hang all the monitors. I mean, all this stuff. Oh my god, I can't. It's driving me crazy that I'm still looking like to my left when I talk to you guys now, or my right to look at the chat. I'm like, oh my god, this drives me nuts from the previous setup. So got to be looking above. It'd be easier, of course, on my eyes. My fragile laser eyes. Let's see what else we have here. Jim Daringer says, embarked on a white paper. Andy, how's it going? Onyx had a vote yesterday. Okay, so you're talking about a new vote, staking down 50%. Morning Otaku and Crypto Fam. Yes, and Quint says, Andy, it's some bullshit. Andy and calling out, you guys. Jim Daringer says, oh yeah, good Big Bodo Gains. How's it going? Big Bodo Gains, the house. How's it going? Good morning, Crypto Fam. Jim Daringer says, if you like, go to the bottom of EIP 59, you'll see the adjustment of staking rewards per block. Very funny. Even crypto people don't read what they're voting for. What happened to the super chat tab? I don't see it. Did we get it removed? It might be gone, guys. I don't know. It's been it's only been a few days since we streamed, so I'm not sure. Not sure what happened. Did I lose superpowers? I can still start. Okay, I can still do pulls and stuff. That's weird. Not sure what's going on there. YouTube's bugged, I guess. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys see the super chat tab, because if it's gone, I should probably start a conversation with YouTube. Damn. Yeah, because I still haven't got any of that yet. I'm still trying to work that out with them. It's been a fight. Okay, so let's see what's talking about Onyx, right? B15 EIP 5. Concerning about EIP based on the search results following Ethereum improvement proposal EIP 5 and the Onyx Finance it's Ethereum improvement proposal that focuses on improving the gas efficiency of returning dynamically sized data for smart contracts calls. Onyx Finance is a decentralized DeFi platform. It operates on Ethereum blockchain. Yes, we know. Connection. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you're pertaining to in terms of staking rewards on Onyx related to the Ethereum improvement proposal. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Okay, so yeah, going back in the chat here, Jim Daringer says if you go to the bottom, EIP 59. Oh, 59. I put 5. Oh, jeez. I am. Someone else. I don't know. I swore I copied and pasted that. 59. Next. Onyx. OIP? What? OIP? Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know. I think you meant to say OIP? I don't know. OIP, or Onyx Improvement Proposal 59, is a proposal within the Onyx ecosystem that aims to enhance scalability, make the Onyx network capable of handling a large volume of transactions, and is more user efficient. Where does this pertain to staking? Again, guys, you don't want to be staking too much of your assets right now before the bull run kicks off anyway. Something you want to do in the bear market. Based on search results, staking. Oh, here we go. How's it work? Okay. Euler enhancements are prime. Euler prime enhancements relates to a specific proposal concerning the Euler finance platform and its prime market. Its proposal focuses on improving collateral diversification and capital efficiency within that capital. Our platform is not directly related to Onyx staking. So yeah, I don't know. There's no EIP 59 Onyx staking. I don't know what the takeaway is from this, guys. I don't think that the voting had anything to do with the staking rewards. Usually it doesn't. I mean, usually your staking rewards are governed by the platform when they need people to hold coins. I mean, that's the whole point. And obviously as it gets bigger, they produce less rewards because they need less people to lock it up. That's the whole idea. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. It says no super tab for you either, Crypto JPEG. So yeah, it's gone. They've removed my ability to do so, I guess. Man, that sucks. None for me either, says D-Worm as well. Everyone. I'm going to jump into a different live and see if anyone else is on the channel, bro. Yeah. Let me know, Cliff, if maybe it's just YouTube. Thank you, Cliff, for checking out on me for that. Back and saw another live with Super Chat was there, but not in this live. Bad YouTube, bad. My God, man, we're getting banned, we're getting delisted, people are getting their notifications, some people are not. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, guys. I don't know. All right, well, we're gonna head out here soon in a bit, but before I do, I want to check one more time, see if anything else is breaking.
They're more than 7% right now. Here to tell us about it more why is Craig Trudell. He's Bloomberg Global Auditor's editor. Craig, want to start out and talk about this? Are investors, are they just tired? I guess this is assuming going according to what Elon Musk has been saying.
Yes, damn it, Tesla. Tesla. Oh, screw you, Tesla. All right. Let's take a one more check on the headlines. Anything else here? Stocks sit at record levels. Yeah, it's the same headlines as earlier. Is that Ray Dalio? It is Ray Dalio. It is. Investing Legend says Trump bill will cause painful economic disruption. I love it. Let's get some of that boom. Do you say that as of today? This is as of July 3rd, so the day before.
But now the billionaire is somewhat obsessed
how did we miss this one?
with becoming the town crier, warning that the U.S. could go broke. Ray's back with us on why we should fret the debt. 3 months ago, Ray, you said that we were about 3 years away from the U.S. going broke. A lot has changed since then. Obviously, what's going on in Israel and Iran, but the tariffs, Liberation Day, the market spasms from that, and Moody's downgraded the U.S. debt. They were the third of the ratings agencies to do so. So how close are we now, if not 3 years away?
Well, it really depends on how we're going to deal with this. We are at a juncture right now that if we can soon, very soon, while the economy is still good, cut the deficit to 3% of GDP, which is possible if you only have to change a couple of things change spending by 4%, change tax income by 4%, then you'll have a lower interest rate as a result. This is possible. It was done between 1991 and 1998, that balance. If everybody gives a little bit, there's a possibility of being able to get it down to 3%. If you don't do that, and we probably will not do that, it is like the plaque building in the heart. And so we are now then going to have not only more debt and more debt service encroaching on our spending, but it's also going to mean that we're going to have a supply-demand problem, and this is a heart attack, like an economic heart attack. Left or you turn right. You have to turn, but they can't agree on how to turn.
What would it
should be over 2%? And you could look at what it is by looking at inflation index bonds and what are their yields. So a real rate of above about 2% is about as low as you can go, and then you have to engineer the trade-offs associated with that.
The tariffs. You know, you've talked about how tariffs actually can refill the coffers, but at what cost? Who's paying those tariffs? And that makes me wonder, will it be a ding to the economy or a bruising if prices do go up?
Well, there's smart tariffs and there's not smart tariffs. And what think about it this way. Every tax has a pro and a con. Right? So if I was to say, are tariffs worse than capital gains tax for the market or another kind of tax? Not necessarily. So it has to be engineered in the right kind of way. But the tariffs are part of not only a financial source of revenue. Throughout history, they used to be the main source of revenue. But you're also dealing with a situation where can we produce domestically? And then we need to produce domestically also for geopolitical reasons. Because when you're in a situation where, let's say China, and you have a conflict and you cannot produce at home, there are geopolitical risks.
Well, that's
These all enter into the particular picture. So the question is, can that be done prudently and efficiently, surgically?
Both Biden and Trump have worked to get the chip industry back to the United States, and it is happening with government help. This situation with China, is China uninvestable until this tariff war or these tariff tensions are fixed?
I think for many countries, there are very big risks, and the important thing is to pick your size of your exposure. In other words, my mantra is 15 good uncorrelated return streams. That's what I am. So I think you have to have diversification, and that China as a small piece should be part of that diversification. All things considered, if it's not a geopolitical and you're not instructed to do otherwise, by and large, I think that some element of diversification should be used, particularly given the existing.
All right, guys. Ray Dalio. I always love hearing Ray Dalio speak, of course, about the doom and doom of the economy. Let's see. Anything else? I think that was all that was really breaking was Tesla, of course, dropping, Trump calling out Elon for creating a new political party or allegedly doing so now. It's kind of the same shit, different day, guys. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, man. Okay. None of my buttons are working. What the hell? Doom! When? That one works, but the other ones don't, huh? Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to go and figure out what's going on with YouTube, because, we lost our ability to do Super Chats now. It sucks. That sucks. I'll figure that out and see what's going on. And hopefully the next live tonight, they will return soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
But we'll get ongoing now out. Let's take one more chance. It's so hard to leave every time. Let's take one more look at the doubles right now. Everything's kind of looking like the memes want to take over. Look at this. Pengu's up 42% on the day. Or no, it's the month. I'm sorry, guys. That's on the month. We were still on the month from earlier talking about it. But everything's kind of consolidating sideways. Main points haven't really moved yet on this week. Let's take a look at the week. Bonk's up 55% on the week. Usually in the past, what's happened is the memes of coins will start, especially when we have a really long lull. Meme coins will start to move a little bit ahead of the altcoins, ahead of maybe alongside Bitcoin as it does make its move next move up for the next all-time high. And then the meme coins, of course, will come back and take a back seat for the altcoins to run. So kind of like a mini altcoin run just for meme coins, and then head ahead of all this. I wouldn't be holding too many meme coins towards the end, though. I mean, you're just gonna get wrecked. It's gonna get wrecked. Don't be stupid, guys. Please. Please make sure you have a solid portfolio ready to go here in the next few months. It's going to be explosive. What the hell is this thing, guys? The top 100 right now are 200. Meme core. Speaking of memes, there's another one right there. Up 125% on the day. Out of nowhere. Just entered the top 200. All right. So that's all I got for you guys this morning. I wish I could have more. I wish I had answers. I wish I had answers for what's going on with the stream too. Before I head out, let's check it back up with the chat. I want to, of course, see what else you guys are talking about. Jim Daringer says, just what we need, another billionaire politician that stands for that understands the people. Exactly. They're all, of course, rich assholes. Let's see here. Of course, all you guys are telling me, yes, the super chats are gone. That sucks. The billionaires can't even figure out why they are not having kids. Why we are not having kids. Yeah, pretty clear reason why we're not having kids. We can't afford it. Devil's in the details, says Jim. Yes, they like it. Look up Peter Thiel and friends. Friends with Elon and JD Vance. I did not know Peter Thiel was a friend with JD Vance. That's interesting. But I knew that, of course, that Elon and Thiel were, because, of course, they founded PayPal together. Peter Thiel has been basically in the forefront of almost all leading technical innovations in the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, before I was born, probably even. Peter Thiel, of course, hugely invested in the likes of Web 1, Web 2, and now Web 3. Let's see. Quint saying, yes, we mentioned that. Ree, how's it going? Good morning, Ree. How's it going? Excuse the mess. The stream's a bit of a chaotic mess right now, as always. But we're getting it going, guys. We're getting the studio figured out here. Hard to find it, says Spencer Phrase. I had the details. The JD Vance connection. I'm not familiar with that one. Interesting, Jim. I'll have to look into that. Hidegger says, "What's up, Otaku? How's it going, Hidegger? Thanks for dropping on by. Love you, brother. Leda, Tyler, Thailand crew 2026. Yes, we're going to Thailand 2026. Saturday Cap." Saturday. What is that? Is that the native language, the native tongue? I'm not familiar with that yet. Hopefully, we'll be in 2026. Maybe people don't want to announce their new bursts for what? For that, for the pookie. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that'd be a good tactic, honestly. Have some home bursts and some off the grid children. I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's even possible. I mean, unless you homeschool and do all the things and you have I mean, if you're rich and I guess maybe, but if you're a normie, you're not doing that stuff. You're not doing kids off the grid kind of thing. All right, guys, so that is all I got for you now. I have caught up with the chat. We figured out what's going on. It's kind of a slow day, it seems like. Of course, nothing's really changed with Bitcoin and crypto assets. Bitcoin's still holding on to 108. Guys, nothing has changed. It's the same shit, different day, every single day. Oh, Jesus. And I'll leave you with that. This is, of course, the Crypto Otaku, guys, signing off for this morning. Of course, we'll be back tonight. Have a great day, guys. Touch some grass. Enjoy yourselves while you have the chance, because it'll be gone before you know it. It'll all be gone. I mean, you know, the peace before, you know, all the chaos and the parabolic rise of all the coins and all the money we'll be making and trying to make anyway. Try to get out the top. Try to get the top. We'll see you guys. Of course, I will see you guys tonight. Have a good one. And this is a Crypto Otaku signing out. It's so hard to say goodbyes. But yeah, later, guys. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shop in a door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
Damn YouTube and taking my money and my ability to make money. Damn you. Damn YouTube. Guys, I miss you guys. I hope you had a good weekend. Hopefully you had a good 4th of July. Saw a lot of fireworks. Ate a lot of barbecue or food of some kind. It was a good one, guys. It was good. I had a blast. Hopefully you guys did too. Sorry to catch you just at the end, Heidegger. Man, it happens. Market's down today. No big deal. 730 all-time high. Still in play for Heidegger. We still got you on for that, don't we? We still got you on for that? Let me check. Let me check. Yes, we do. Look at that. We do. Happy to see you on the board there too, Heidegger. OG Bobam, yes, later. And Super Danny comes in at the very end. How's it going, Super Danny? Thanks for dropping on by. I will catch you tonight as well. See you guys all later. And hopefully we'll figure out what's going on with this YouTube nonsense. I got delisted or something. I don't know what's going on. All right, guys, have a good one. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid, right? Especially right before the bull run. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you soon. Peace. Bet.